everyone. I know, okay, so I'm dressed a little bit zone 1 today because that's where I'm going. I'm making the journey into London, and I'm not actually looking forward to it because we're quite far away from it now, and this is my first time going into London since we've moved, and I don't know what the journey's going to be like anyway. That's why I'm dressed like this, because I'm going to a shop on Portobello Road called Jessie Weston, and that's where this is from. I have tassels and I just love it, and I thought it's my first time wearing it. You know, in London no one cares, no one looks at you, you can wear what you want. Anyway, I've got notes. Will I keep talking about luxury? I made a video before we moved back in end of April, and I'll be honest, in that video, I've actually deleted it now, it never went live, but in that video I said, guys, I'm never going to talk about luxury again, I'm done with it, I'm sick of it, not interested in it, don't want to talk about it again. That's not going to be where the channel goes. And why did I delete it? When we moved, I obviously have been doing a lot of home content, a lot of DIY stuff, and just bringing you with us so that you can see what we're doing to the home and how we're renovating it. And then I did things like I unpacked my bags and I put them on the shelf, and I fell back in love with it again and have been enjoying my bags again, and the clothes that I'm lucky to have, and the shoes, and, you know, getting back into it. But to go back to that video, the one that didn't go live, I literally said that I was completely bored of luxury, and off the back of that didn't really want to be talking about it anymore, and the whole channel was going to be changing. And I had a change of heart. So the video was going to go live. I didn't have another video to go live in its place because we haven't had internet here in like a month now. So I couldn't upload anything. And that one was already pre-uploaded from before we moved. Because in my mind, I thought, oh, that can go live on this particular day. But I missed that video, and I thought I just want to think about this before rushing into a decision and telling you all something. I want to think about this. So I think for me, since about 2022, I feel like I have been forcing myself to make every video about luxury because it's all I've known. And it's what a lot of you have signed up to me for. It's what you want to see. And in my point of view, I've come to see this now. There's only so many videos you can make about designer handbags before it gets really tedious. You know, like best bags, worst bags, bags I bought that I wish I didn't buy, bags that have fallen apart, bags that you should buy. Do you see what I mean? Like, that's what I was doing. I was clinging to ideas like best crossbody, best top handle. Those types of videos worked for me back in 2019, 2018. It's what people wanted to see. But what I was noticing is that I was bored, and I was talking about these topics that I had actually at that point very little interest in. But I didn't know what else to do for you all. And I felt really at a place with the channel where I felt a bit lost with it. And I think I said this to you all the way back in 2023. I remember doing a video saying, you guys, I feel lost. Like, I don't know what you want from me anymore. And I don't know what I can give you. And I felt that I backed myself into a corner with luxury on the channel where that's what I was known for. And therefore I couldn't really turn my back on it. So I started just like looking back at previous videos I'd done that had done well and thinking, well, I'll redo that again, and it not working. And because I was bored, I wasn't coming up with new ideas. I didn't have an idea. I didn't have any ideas at all. Like nothing in my brain was inspired for YouTube. It wasn't like how it was in 2018 or 2019 where, to put it into perspective, when you make a video and it's popular and you guys are interested in it, it makes you excited and it inspires you to make more. When you make a video and no one is interested for whatever reason, because it's boring or whatever, it disincentivizes you to bother, because you're kind of thinking, well, no one's really interested in it anyway, kind of neither am I, and therefore you just, creativity wise, your brain just dies off. This is what I had with it, is I just couldn't think of anything juicy anymore that was interesting. And, you know, with the exception of whenever there was luxury news, like interesting luxury news, like, for example, the Dior scandal, or the whole, do you remember the whole thing where do you remember that thing, was it last year, where there were those fake factories in China that were coming out claiming that they made the bags for Hermes? Do you remember that? And like, people were believing it, and that was a whole thing. And like, that was an interesting topic. I was talking about that at the time. But with the exception of news articles, which come up very rarely, you know, like a good news article, it really was not easy thinking about things to keep talking about. And so I got to a point where, as I say, I got bored. But I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what else to do. And I didn't know what to do for you all that you would find interesting. Because, you know, if you subscribe to a channel for luxury and then they start doing, like, I don't know, cooking, it's a bit like, why am I going to stick around here? That's not what I signed up for. And I realised that. So, going back to 2022, I remember I started to slowly change my content, to slowly pivot, and to try and do things that weren't always all about luxury, to try and do things that were a little bit more personal, maybe like about me and my life. And I noticed that when I was talking about what was going on in my life, you guys were way more interested and engaged in it than you were me going, oh, this is the best bag to buy and this is the worst bag to buy, and go and do this or do whatever. And it really got me thinking that luxury isn't the be all and end all. You know, there will be those of you who signed up for luxury and you're like, well, are you still going to do it or not? Because I might not hang around, and I get that. And that's fine. But yeah, I kind of like noticed a bit of a change then. So I think what really changed, and the reason why I didn't put that video live in the end, is moving into this newer house. So I think I needed a break. Do you know that? Looking back, all of my videos were me in the sitting room talking about something vaguely to do with luxury, and it was boring. And when I basically took a break from the 1st of May, really until now, which is the end of May, because we were renovating the house and I didn't have time to make videos. And in the new house, we haven't got any internet anyway. But also, by the time we get back to our old house, it would be so late in the day that I was not in the mood to make videos. I was like tired. And I think that taking a break made me think more clearly. And taking a break made me think, don't chuck the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. It made me think, don't quit luxury altogether. Keep luxury at the heart of what it is that you talk about, but mix it in with other things that give you life, you know? So I've been making a lot of videos recently about the house, and you duck out of those videos if you're a luxury fan and they're not what you're into. Give them a view, you know, you might be interested. It might be like a completely different perspective for you watching. I understand if you don't want to watch them because you're like, no, I'm here for bags, not for like you hammering a nail into a wall. I get it. But like, if you do want something different, maybe go and check that out if you haven't already. But that break made me think, I'm not going to put that video live, because as soon as you say you're not going to do something anymore, you can't really go back on it. And I came to realise that I had just got bored. My videos were all the same. I was like sat in my sitting room talking about stuff, and I got stale. The content had got stale. It had all got really tedious. And with, as I say, with the exception of like news articles, which are few and far between, I didn't really feel like the content I was talking about was that interesting. But having this break has literally reset me. Being able to get up in the morning and going, yeah, I'm going to make a video today, and actually being excited about it, because I'm like round the house. I'm like, I did one the other day where I was just like cleaning up the kitchen and I made dinner with you, and I had David with me, and it was just such a fun video to make. And I haven't had that, even when I used to film in Harrods, I never found those videos particularly fun to film. I couldn't stand doing shopping vlogs, because you have a camera out, people are looking at you, trying to figure out what it is that you're doing and who you are, because people look at you and they know influencers now, they know content creators, and they're like, oh, do I recognize you? And it's really off-putting. Then you've got store staff telling you like, can you not? So you're doing it on the sly, you're doing like sneaky filming, and it's just like, it was just never a relaxing thing to do. And do you know what would happen? I used to edit my videos then, and I would edit a video and I'd see like a bag or a jacket or something on a menu that I'd looked at that I hadn't seen, because I'd been looking through the barrel of a lens. I hadn't taken the time to stop and have the day for myself. I hadn't taken a moment to stop and look around and go, what is nice? What do I like? What do I want to eat for lunch? Like, I was just focused on making content, and then I'd get home and I'd edit and I go, oh my God, that bag, I wish I bought that. Why didn't I stop and look at that? Oh, because I'm making a video. Whereas the home content I'm making just feels more me, just feels more chill. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stop talking about luxury, but things are going to change. And I appreciate I've already lost people from changing direction, and that is okay. I would rather lose the people that aren't engaged and gain people that are like, oh, this is what I'm into, than have a big channel of people that don't get it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm fine by that. I'm going to keep talking about it, but as I say, it's going to be more sporadic. It's always going to be at the heart of what I talk about. I'm still going to talk about handbags. I love handbags, as you can tell. Still going to talk about handbags. I'm still going to talk about fashion. Still going to talk about like the luxury industry, but I'm going to mix it in with more of my life. So for example, in this video, don't know how long it's going to be just yet, but in this video, I might tag on in a moment a vlog of what I've been up to recently. I might do that. And I hope that you enjoy watching that kind of content. And I don't reckon I'm alone when it comes to luxury and the desire to change direction. I know of, just from watching, I can see a lot of creators on YouTube who have changed direction, who have also quite, maybe, I don't know, I was going to say quite clearly, it's not quite clear because I don't know, but it looks like they've got bored of it, or they've outgrown it, or whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people, this has happened with a lot of people, and so I know I'm not alone. And I did a video, as I say, a couple of months ago now, about how, in my opinion, why I think creators are quitting luxury. And I can only speak for myself, okay? But definitely for me, luxury on my channel had its day in 2018 through to 2021. And then as soon as lockdowns ended and everything got silly expensive and everyone was back to work and back to a normal life, the interest in it dropped considerably for me. I can't speak for other people on YouTube, just speaking for me. And I saw it. It happened overnight. Literally, I remember lockdown ended and never came back again. And that week, my views dropped, interest dropped. I was doing shopping vlogs, not getting the views I used to, which tells me a lot. And I look at views because I want to know what it is that you're interested in and what it is that you're kind of not, so that I can give you more of what interests you. And yeah, and I wonder how many other people like that do YouTube are the same, are that who may have quit or pivoted or still do luxury, keep their, you know, keep going with that, but like focus on other things. I wonder how many of them have done that because of similar reasons to me. Hey guys, I'm here with David, and we are going to do like a little, I thought it could be quite fun to do a bit of a homeware haul. So some of the things that we've bought over the last couple of weeks for the home. So we decided when we moved in here that we didn't want to keep a lot of our furniture. We just wanted to freshen it up. So we got a new bed, and I need to place an order actually for like another bed for a guest room, which I need to do soon. But let me show you some of the smaller things that I got. So I obviously got the bed, then I got the bedside tables, then we got the matching chest of drawers. That's all upstairs. But some of the smaller accessories. So I really like this place called Dusk. This is not an advert. This is me showing you things that I've bought with my own money because I really like them. So the first thing is I got 2 of these. This lamp is for the bedside tables, and as I say, I got 2. They're sort of brushed. Let me come in closer and show you. They're sort of brushed gold brass on there, and as I say, 2 of those, decent size for a bedside table, which I quite like. David,
Yeah.
do you like these?
Yes.
I quite like them. I thought they were quite quirky, quite cool. So I'll put that over here so I don't smash and break it, because you know it's got that vibe about
Can
it.
you change the colour of the shade, do you think?
Yeah.
No, I just wondered because you could have like a bright red or pink shade.
You don't want red,
colour.
David. That's very Amsterdam. David wants a red lampshade.
I always liked it in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Well, moving on. The other thing that I got, which isn't actually from Dusk, but I really want to show you it. I got this on Etsy. Have a look at this. Doesn't it look real? How gorgeous is that? So there was this lady that I found on Etsy. I'll link to her below. She can make you a flower arrangement, any colour flowers you want, any sort of flowers you want. You can even pick the colour of the vase that it's in. And I really wanted to go for very pale pink roses with peonies, etc. I wanted pale pinks, whites, creams with a bit of green foliage. And she's made this. And I love it. And I got this for the middle of the dining table because we bought a round dining table in the end, and this looks so good in the middle of it. So that was the next thing, and that was like about £100, and it took a little while for it to arrive because she hand makes them all. Some of them she has stock of and you can just buy them, but I wrote to her and I wanted something very specific, and she was like DMing me and sending me pictures of different flower options and stuff like that. So yeah, that was really nice. Then also from Dusk, I thought this was really sweet. I got this for Louis, and yeah, you've seen this, haven't you?
Is it for his bowls?
It's for his bowls. It's like a jute material dog bone. This could be really good. No, not for a cat, because cats don't eat bones, do they? But you know, if you've got a dog, this could be really nice for them. And I just thought this was nice to put his bones on, not his bones, his like bowls and whatever, so it doesn't spill on the floor. I might actually hand you that. You can place that on the floor already. Why not? Why not do that? Then I got another mat, also from Dusk, and this is just a bath shower mat that is this print on here, and it's got like a scalloped edge on it, which I quite liked. And yeah, it looks like that. Then we did actually buy some chairs that are just here. I might try and hold one up. Shall I hold up a chair?
Yeah, hold up.
I mean, I can hold up a chair.
They're not heavy.
They're not heavy. Look at these. Like little bar stools, and they're boucle material, sort of grey, and they have gold brass legs on them. And these were like, I got 2 for about, I think each, they were like £130, and I got them on Colt, the furniture store. So I got those. Excuse me, Louis. Don't want to get your toes under there. Then I got some cushions for the bed. So also from Dusk, you can buy either the cushion covers just as they are, or you can get the cushion stuffing bit as well. And initially I saw these cushion covers that I really liked because I bought some new bedding and I liked these cushions to go with it. And I was like, oh, but then I'm gonna have to try and find a cushion, like the stuffing bit. And then I looked closer and it was, no, indeed, you can actually buy it either on its own or with the cushion itself. So this is the pillow case. So it's wrapped quite nicely with like a little bow on it. Needs ironing. Just decorative, you know, just decorative for on the bed. And they are square, and they've got like a scallop edge as well, with like a black edge on them. Quite nice material. Almost like a canvas, but softer than canvas, but kind of like canvas. And then what else did I get? Oh yeah, just like the final thing, it's really minor, but David, you like to keep your toothbrush in like a little cup, don't you?
Yeah, otherwise I have to lay it on the side.
Yeah, well I got this.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I thought these were quite nice as well. This is matte plastic. Looks like metal though, but it's plastic. Yeah, just the set from Dusk.
How much were they?
I can't remember, to be honest. Dusk is not expensive, but I like their designs. I like what they've got on there. So that's the haul, everyone. What do you think of a homeware haul? Do you like a homeware haul?
Yeah.
You like a homeware haul?
Yes.
I do like a homeware haul.
What about a DIY haul?
DIY haul?
No, people don't want to watch. I just bought a hammer.
I bought a... No one wants to watch that. Guys, thank you all for watching. Be sure to check the next video. The next video is going to be like a luxury theme or about handbags. So keep watching the channel if that is more what you're into.